History as we know it is but a faint whisper of the past, a fragment of what once was. What if the story of human civilization is far older, far grander than we have been led to believe? What if, buried beneath the sands of time, there were once societies as advanced, perhaps even more so, than our own? The mainstream narrative of history places the rise of civilization at roughly 10,000 years ago, yet ancient texts, from the Vedas to the Sumerian epics, speak of grand ages where humanity soared to unimaginable heights before falling into ruin. The Yuga cycles of Hindu cosmology describe the endless rise and fall of civilizations over vast epochs where knowledge, morality, and technology wax and wane in an eternal loop. Could it be that our current world is but the latest iteration of a long-forgotten past? Consider the analogy of the three-body problem, a system where three celestial bodies interact chaotically, their fates unpredictable. Could Earth's civilizations have experienced a similar instability? Imagine a world where societies, like planets, drifted through gravitational forces beyond their control, cosmic catastrophes, shifting climate patterns, or even self-inflicted collapses. Each era of enlightenment may have been destined to be swallowed by chaos, erased like an equation left unfinished. What remains of these lost civilizations? Whispers in mythology, ruins too advanced for their supposed age, artifacts that do not fit our historical models. If the Antikythera mechanism could exist 2,000 years ago, what else might have been built, then lost? Could the echoes of Atlantis, the vanished cities of the Mahabharata, or the technological marvels hinted at in ancient texts be remnants of a forgotten past? Perhaps we are not the first to reach for the stars, only the latest to awaken from the slumber of a forgotten age. And perhaps just as before, we too will fade into legend. History is a carefully structured tale, a gradual ascent from primitive beings to the technological marvels of today. But what if this narrative is incomplete? What if, rather than evolving from ignorance to intelligence, humanity has devolved from a once advanced state? This is precisely the argument Michael Cremo puts forth in Human Devolution, challenging the very foundation of mainstream history and suggesting that our past may be far more mysterious than we dare to admit. Cremo's research, heavily influenced by the ancient wisdom of Hinduism, presents a strikingly different view of human history. He argues that evidence of advanced civilizations, artifacts out of time, inexplicable ruins, and suppressed archaeological findings, suggests that human beings did not simply rise from primitive origins, but fell from an advanced spiritual existence. The Vedic texts of India speak of grand ages where divine knowledge flourished, where beings possessed powers beyond our imagination, and where science and spirituality were seamlessly intertwined. But these golden ages did not last forever. According to the Yuga cycles, we are now in Kali Yuga, the age of decline, where knowledge has been lost and humanity has forgotten its true origins. If this is true, where is the evidence? Cremo highlights anomalies that defy conventional history. Ancient tools and footprints embedded in rock formations millions of years old. Out-of-place artifacts like the metallic spheres of South Africa, and inexplicable technological marvels such as the Antikythera mechanism all suggest that humans, perhaps different from us, perhaps more advanced, walked this earth long before recorded history. Hindu epics such as the Mahabharata and Ramayana speak of vimanas, flying machines capable of interstellar travel, while the Rig Veda describes knowledge of cosmology and atomic structures that modern science only recently began to understand. Could it be that human civilization has risen and fallen multiple times? Just as celestial bodies in a three-body system experience chaotic and unpredictable movements, could past civilizations have been subjected to cataclysmic resets, wars of unimaginable scale, cosmic disasters, or shifts in consciousness that led to their destruction? The remnants of these past worlds may lie hidden beneath the oceans, in forbidden archaeological sites, or even within our own forgotten memories. If human devolution is correct, then we are not merely beings who climbed out of ignorance. We are remnants of something far greater, struggling to remember who we once were. And if the cycles of the Yugas hold true, perhaps one day, we will rediscover the lost knowledge of the ancients and reclaim the forgotten destiny of mankind. What if the oldest record of biological science was not written in modern times, but preserved in the ancient verses of the Bhagavata Purana? While mainstream history credits Darwin and modern biologists for our understanding of evolution and prehistoric life, the Bhagavata Purana, composed thousands of years ago, may hold secrets that defy our current understanding. Descriptions of creatures eerily similar to dinosaurs, and an intricate knowledge of life far older than we assume. The Bhagavata Purana, one of the most sacred texts of Hinduism, describes in astonishing detail the various species that have existed on Earth. It speaks of different jivas, living beings, classifying them into mammals, birds, reptiles, aquatic creatures, and even giant, terrifying beings that once roamed the land. Among these descriptions are mentions of massive, fearsome creatures, some resembling what modern paleontology classifies as dinosaurs. The text describes creatures with enormous bodies, sharp teeth, and immense power, ruling over the ancient world, only to vanish in time. Could these be the remnants of a long-lost understanding of prehistoric life? One particularly intriguing description is that of Makara, a gigantic aquatic beast described in Hindu scriptures, often linked to crocodilian species, but possessing traits that are strikingly similar to the now extinct mosasaurs, massive marine reptiles of the Cretaceous period. Likewise, the demon Hiranyaksha is said to have battled Lord Vishnu in the form of Varaha, a colossal, boar-like being. This story eerily mirrors the prehistoric era when giant mammalian creatures roamed after the age of dinosaurs. If the Bhagavata Purana holds descriptions of creatures that modern science only recently uncovered, could it mean that ancient civilizations possessed knowledge far beyond what we assume? Could their records of biology predate even our most advanced discoveries? Perhaps hidden within these sacred texts lies a forgotten history of Earth, one waiting to be rediscovered. Modern science tells us that dinosaurs roamed the Earth millions of years before humans ever existed. Yet, ancient Hindu scriptures seem to tell a different story, one where massive reptilian beasts coexisted with early humans and even played roles in divine battles and cosmic events. Could these texts be preserving a lost history that challenges the conventional timeline of evolution? Hindu epics and Puranas describe enormous creatures, often depicted as asuras, demonic beings, or divine mounts with characteristics that closely resemble prehistoric animals. The Mahabharata speaks of massive, ferocious beings inhabiting forests and caves, while the Bhagavata Purana describes great serpents and monstrous reptiles that once roamed the earth. The Naga race, mystical, serpent-like beings, may be inspired by real creatures from a forgotten era. The Vishnu Purana even mentions a time when gigantic flesh-eating creatures dominated the land, an eerie parallel to the age of dinosaurs. But these accounts are not just confined to texts. Temples and carvings across the world provide physical evidence that ancient civilizations may have witnessed creatures resembling dinosaurs. One of the most shocking examples is the Ta Prohm Temple in Cambodia, a 12th century Hindu temple with a carving that unmistakably resembles a stegosaurus. While skeptics argue it could be a stylized rhinoceros or mythical creature, the uncanny similarity raises unsettling questions. How could ancient artisans have sculpted something so close to a dinosaur without ever having seen one? In India, temple reliefs and cave paintings also depict unusual reptilian figures, The Konark Sun Temple and certain carvings in Ellora caves showcase creatures that do not fit the known wildlife of the region, but bear striking resemblances to prehistoric reptiles. Could these be artistic memories of an ancient world where humans and dinosaurs coexisted? If ancient Hindu texts and archaeological findings both hint at a forgotten chapter of history, is it possible that our understanding of Earth's past is incomplete? Did early humans witness creatures long thought extinct, or did they inherit knowledge from an advanced, lost civilization? The mystery remains unsolved, but the echoes of prehistory seem far closer than we once believed.